Finally, we get to see a beginning of a season that actually leads to other moments in the storyline. Smallville season 6. I gotta use two hands now. That's just what I gotta use now. Anyway, so Smallville season 6 is still the continuing story of what happened after the events of season 5. And in the very beginning, Clark Kent is now in the Phantom Zone, and now we get to deal with the horror show that is the Phantom Zone. And I absolutely enjoyed it because it's not just, a screen flying through space with somebody pressing their hands against it that we all know from the Phantom Zone. No, it's an entirely brightish, dark world where nobody has superpowers and he has to find his way out of that as soon as possible because there is a lot of criminals there that do not like the L name. Jor-El and Kal-El, nobody likes them. So that's a problem that he's going to have to deal with. But also, he has to get back to Earth because Zod is now back and he has possessed Lex Luthor, and that whole shenanigans ensue. But eventually, he would eventually get back, and then he banishes Zod and Lex Luthor's back to normal. And I thought to myself, oh, come on, you're not doing this again. You're not just ending a plot line that you started off with. I just hate it when a show does that. Nope, the show has another side to it, and that is the Phantom Zone. After Clark Kent leaves the Phantom Zone, several criminals got out, and he has to deal with all of them. And I'm thinking, finally, we get to deal with series events that happen from the very beginning of the show. We got to deal with that now. And another thing that this season introduced is Green Arrow, Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen is now in the show with the same sound effects that they use in the TV show Arrow. You know, that little sling sound whenever he pulls his arrow back and the swoosh sound whenever the arrow flies and everything. It's all the same sound effects, and I always thought that was pretty cool. I mean, granted, Oliver Queen in Smallville is not as cool as Stephen Amell's character from the TV show Arrow, but I did enjoy seeing him on screen. I thought it was a whole lot of fun. And also, I forgot to mention this in my other reviews as well, is that they introduce several other Justice League members in the show. I mean, I'm sorry I kind of missed these episodes, guys, but when I'm dealing with a show that's like 23 episodes long, there's only so much I can do in a matter of 10 minutes. But in several seasons down the road, several seasons before, they introduced The Flash, and that was a pretty cool episode. They also introduced Aquaman. Aquaman is, well, let's just say if Jason Momoa did not make that movie, Aquaman, I don't think I would have really been a big Aquaman fan, but he was okay. I enjoyed the time when he is on screen and all such. But also in season 5, and I am ashamed I did not admit this, they introduced Cyborg. Cyborg is insanely cool. He may not have the metal skin that we all know him to be. It's all basically underneath the skin that he is already wearing. But no, they introduce a lot of members of the Justice League. So not only is the TV show Smallville the introduction and the building story of Clark Kent becoming Superman, but it's also the building story of the Justice League. And I think that is entirely awesome. And this season really does bring out that. And I'm thinking, cool, are we going to see Batman? Are we going to see Wonder Woman? Eventually? One of these days? Please? But anyway, that not only would these characters be introduced, but they introduce a whole lot more superheroes down the road that I get to talk about a lot more later. But anyway, let's continue on with the review. But also, not only does Clark Kent have to deal with a bunch of criminals that escape from the Phantom Zone, he also has to deal with my least favorite part of the entire season, and that is the relationship between Lex Luthor and Lana Lang. I'm pretty sure you guys kind of figured out by now that I'm not a really big fan of the relationships in the show, and a part of that is kind of true. I'm not saying the relationships are bad. I mean, I liked the relationship between Clark and Lana. I mean, Kristen Crook and Tom Welling do an absolute good job for what they are given. I just kind of feel like that they milked the whole Clark and Lana love storyline a little bit too long. I mean, when you introduce Lois Lane, like several seasons back, I just kind of wanted to see that relationship build up. I just want to see the Clark and Lana relationship to be put aside because that was really not working out well for them. They make really good friends, but their relationship status has just not been one of the biggest ones. So I kind of wanted to see the build-up relationship between Clark and Lois. They may not need to be love interests like right here and now. I just wanted to see them more time on screen. But no, there's Lois Lane. She's dating Oliver Queen, and she basically dates several other members of the Justice League. And I'm thinking, jeez, okay. Get around much. But also, not only does he have to deal with the fact that Lex and Lana are now dating, but they're also going to get married as well. I mean, I thought we ended the whole romance drama back in the whole high school years and everything, but no, it's all back. It's back, and it seems like it's here to stay for a little bit longer just to get under my skin. I mean, Lana Lang just really started to get annoying at this point. I mean, granted, I like Lana Lang, but you're dating Lex Luthor, Lana. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, Lex Luthor does something to her with that pregnancy thing. That was messed up. That was horrible. That was the worst thing that you could possibly do to somebody that you claim to love. I mean, there could be relationships that end in a fight. There could be relationships that can end in yelling. There could be people that can sleep with other people. That can end a relationship. All of those can be resolved. I don't see how this relationship can be resolved. What did you think was going to happen when she found out, Lex? Seriously, that was insanely messed up. And also, I was thinking, geez, Lana, where do you go from here? I mean, what... When you get under the Luthor radar, what do you expect was going to happen? The only episode out of the whole wedding, marriage, relationship between Lex and Lana that I actually did like was the Noir episode. I'm sorry, guys. If you know my channel, you know I am a sucker for old movies, and the Noir episode, the black and white episode, is basically my favorite episode out of season 6. I absolutely enjoyed it. Yeah. But anyway, Smallville season 6 is still a very good is still a very good season. They build up the Justice League, they build up Clark's character. I just kind of wish that they would have dealt with the Zod storyline a little bit more, and also I wish they cut back on the Lex and Lana relationship. I kind of wish that they never really got into a relationship. I liked it a little bit more when they were working together. That just felt like a better relationship. It would feel like a bigger betrayal if Lana Lang was working with Lex Luthor and basically going against Clark. I mean, the relationship between Clark and Lex has shattered. It's gone. Like I said in my previous review, it's basically dead. And when you're dating somebody's ex-girlfriend, you know that there's no way to rebuild this friendship. Yeah. I talk a lot about relationships in these seasons, but that's mostly because that's really what the show likes to focus on. I kind of want to see a little bit more on the storyline of how Clark gets built into the hero he is, and now I want to see how the Justice League gets formed now. How many other superheroes are we going to find? We're not going to see much now because, well, like I said, it's a show. We get to see a whole lot more down the road, and I was excited to see it. So guys, season 6 of Smallville, have you seen it? What did you think of it? If I missed anything, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.